Okay, scratch that. Let's just start. G'day mates and welcome to today's video where today we're talking about Halo Infinite. Again, I know. For those who don't know, Halo Infinite was announced to be free to play just the other day. Now, at the time of recording, there is no further news besides the fact that it's free to play. And two, there's going to be no real money loot boxes that are going to be available for purchase. So what is the point of this video? Well, people are acting like it's the end of the world before they even know what's actually happening. Which is kind of annoying because they've already done this when they were given Halo Infinite campaign footage and they just completely bitched about that, not calling out anyone. But in all honesty, I'm just trying to look at the positives of it being free to play here. This is just going to be a mostly positive video. I will touch on monetization, but that will be later in the video. So let's begin. For this part of the video, we're going to be looking at the pros and cons of what is good about it being free to play. Let's take a look at the pro. It's going to be available to a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people. In 2019, it was reported that there were 90 million active users on Steam in a month. That was 2019. Given the current events, there's bound to be a lot more than 90 million people on Steam at the moment. Not only does it make it available for a younger audience like teens, kids, so on, it also makes it available for those who want to check out Halo's multiplayer and gameplay without actually spending any money to do so. And in all honesty, I see that as an absolute win. It gets people to try out what the multiplayer is for Halo, and if they like it enough, if they like the universe of it or the feel of it, they could always check out the other games like MCC on PC. Like, it's an absolute win. Another pro I'm going to bring up is the fact that free-to-play games last a lot longer than people actually realize. If we take a look at the old and running legend that is still alive on Steam today, TF2. TF2, for those who don't know, is Team Fortress 2, made by Valve Studios. Now, for those who don't know what the game is, it is a team-based shooter. It's a team-based FPS. Now, this may sound familiar because Overwatch has followed the concept and improved on the concept of team-based shooters. When Overwatch first came out, it did decline the player base of TF2, but it's still running as one of the top 10 Steam games today. Actually, let's take a look at this. I wasn't planning on doing this, but we're going to do it anyway. If we take a look at Steam right now, let's go to Steam. For those wondering how many people are playing it, there's about 66,000 people playing Team Fortress 2 at the moment. So, judging by this, free-to-play games tend to do a lot better. How do we know this? Well, look at all the other games. Look at Twitch. The most streamed game on that, it's either League of Legends or Fortnite. Both of them which are free to play. And even if we look at the Steam stats, let's continue looking at the Steam stats. Counter-Strike, Dota 2, Team Fortress 2, Destiny 2, all of those games are free to play. And they are within the top 5 of Steam stats, which in all honesty just proves my point that free-to-play games do a lot better than paid-to-play games. Even if we take a look back at Overwatch, they're releasing a second Overwatch only after 3 years of the first one being out, which unfortunately doesn't look good. Even the player fan base itself has dropped significantly. Yes, while you still can get into casual and competitive, if you take a look at arcade mode, only a few of those game modes are actually running, which unfortunately that usually happens with most games. But even then, if we take a look at TF2's life after 3 years of being launched, it was actually being launched as a free-to-play title, so the fact that it just boomed after that. And even if we take a look at the TF2 community, it lasted. It's still going on pretty strong, and the community is so neatly tight that it's actually kind of like its own little wholesome family, which, in all honesty, it's pretty cool. Moving away from TF2 and Overwatch, my original point is the fact that free-to-play games last a lot longer than we actually anticipate. Why? Because, well, it's free. If you have a kid who starts up a Steam account, the first thing they're going to look at is free games, because that's what they can afford. They can't afford to pay, unless if they get their parents to pay for it, then they're not going to be playing any paid games. They're going to be playing what's for free. In all honesty, free to play just makes it easier for people to access, and I think I've overstated this a little bit too much. The only con I see, and that the rest of the community sees, is monetization. I even asked most of you guys who are watching this video, or even on the Discords, I asked people what is their main concern. The main concern is people don't want armor locked. What people want is for that to just be unlocked through just leveling up, ranking, and all that. Even special objectives, which makes the game even more interesting for people to try and get that certain achievement and that certain goal. I 100% agree with this. This is a good idea, not to lock in the armor. Now, that is the main concern with people. Another concern is that if they do a battle pass. Now, I was talking about, okay, what if they do a battle pass? Now, the best example of a battle pass is Apex Legends. Why? Well, for starters, when it comes to a battle pass in Apex Legends, you are given tokens as time goes on. This is sort of like an in-game currency to like purchase skins and all that. But if you save all your tokens to the end of the season, you can actually purchase the next battle pass absolutely free. That is probably the best way to do the battle pass. Now, a lot of people say, but I don't want to grind a battle pass. I don't have enough time. Well, there are challenges in Apex Legends that help someone to complete the battle pass. In all honesty, that's probably the best thing to do. This happened for me personally in Apex Legends. I never used a shotgun, but I got the battle pass, and this season I was given challenges with the shotgun, and I now am pretty good with a shotgun. I actually rather take a shotgun over a sniper rifle depending what is around me at the time. So in all honesty, that sort of challenge-based system with a battle pass is really, really helpful for those who want to complete it. So if there is a battle pass for Halo Infinite, which most likely there will be, they want the battle pass to be accessible even after the season is over. Kind of like right now in Halo MCC PC, I could get all my Season 1 stuff while Season 2 was on by the help of the challenges, which is really, really, really good. If they were to make it a permanent battle pass, which you could access at any point in time, by all means, that would be pretty good. And that would also dominate the market, changing the market actually, forcing other games which are free to play to switch over to the new system. But in all honesty, I don't know how the logistics of that would work. So that would be something that someone more professional would have to think up. Given the fact that 343 is more than confident to give skins for vehicles and weapons and all that within the older games, I reckon they could do it here easily. Like, have a tank with some kick-ass colors. Have a pink tank. I want to see a pink tank 343. If I don't get my pink tank, I'm not gonna buy a bullcrap. No, no, I'm joking. Seeing a pink tank and a pink gun and a pink Spartan, that's a lot of pink. I think when it comes to monetization, a lot of people are just wanting it to be skins or finisher moves or even poses and all that. Like that would be okay with me, because as I think a lot of people just don't want it to be the armor pieces. As long as it's not that, then everything is fine. To summarize what I've basically said, mates, is just it should be fine. As long as 343 and Microsoft approach monetization a better way than what they did in Halo 5, from what I hear was pretty bad. I don't know, because I never played it, so I'm not as badly burnt as the rest of the community is. Like, in all honesty, all we can do is hope that they do the right thing, and that's about it. To summarize, basically, free-to-play is good. It's not terrible. The fact that more people play, the more matchmaking is done quickly, it's just overall a positive experience. However, monetization can get in the way, but it depends on how it's done. The battle pass system can easily be good, mainly because if you have challenges and stuff to do, it will get the battle pass done a lot easier rather than just focusing on basic EXP farming and all that. In terms of what should be allowed to be monetized, I think skins and weapon skins, even vehicle skins, I would love to see a fancy ass Warthog in high def. It's also a positive thing because mates that I play with either League or Apex, I can now play Halo with them because they can try it out for free and they've really got no other excuse. I don't think I really need to discuss any more about Halo Infinite. There's not really much to say. If there is stuff that I've missed, do let me know in the comments. So on that note, I will end the video there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, and share. Whatever, it's up to you, man. And I will see each and every single one of you mates later.